Life is going to test you. That's a guarantee. You're going to face days where nothing makes sense. When the money is funny, the doors are closing, and the people you counted on have vanished like they never knew you. And in those moments, you'll be tempted to quit, to give up, to walk away from the very thing you were born to do. But I'm here to tell you, stay in the fight. Don't fold. Don't let what you're feeling right now stop you from what's coming next. Your win isn't about doing everything right. It's about not quitting when everything goes wrong. So many people think success belongs to the most talented, the smartest, the luckiest. But the truth is, it belongs to those who refuse to stop. It belongs to the ones who keep showing up even after they've been knocked down. You don't need a perfect record. You need relentless effort. That's what separates those who make it from those who almost did. It's not about how clean your path is. It's about how committed you are to walking it, no matter how messy it gets. See, when the pressure builds and the plan falls apart, that's when most people turn around. They think a setback means they're not meant to win. But setbacks are not the end. They're part of the path. Every person who ever made it, every name you admire, every story that inspires you includes a moment of chaos, confusion, and heartbreak. And the reason their story became a success, because they didn't let that moment stop them. Endurance isn't about pushing through when everything is easy. It's about showing up when nothing makes sense. When you've prayed and planned and given your all, and the door still doesn't open. That's when character is built. That's when your real strength shows up. It's not in how fast you move. It's in how long you can keep going when nothing's going your way. The fight isn't over just because you're tired. The dream isn't dead just because it hasn't happened yet. You're going to fall. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have days where quitting feels like peace and continuing feels like war. But if you can learn to push through those days, if you can find just a little bit of faith, just a little bit of fire left in you, that's where the win begins. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to stay in it when every part of you wants to walk away. Success doesn't come wrapped in a perfect life. It comes wrapped in scars and setbacks, in long nights where you doubted everything. But if you kept going through all that, you've already got what it takes. Your win isn't waiting for you to become perfect. It's waiting for you to prove that you're committed. And commitment looks like trying again, standing up again, believing again. So don't get discouraged when it's hard. Don't get defeated when it's ugly. Your breakthrough doesn't need you to be flawless. It just needs you to stay in the fight. Keep pushing. Keep showing up. Because the ones who win are the ones who refuse to quit. Every challenge you face, every disappointment that hits your life like a storm, it's not here to take you out. It's here to train you. That struggle you're going through, it has a purpose. It's shaping something inside of you that comfort never could. You don't grow when everything goes smooth. You grow when life gets messy. You grow when your back is against the wall. And you've got to dig deep into a strength you didn't even know you had. That's what the fight is really about. Not just the outcome, but the version of you that gets built in the process. When the door slams in your face, when the people you trusted walk away, when the plan falls apart, that's not life punishing you. That's life preparing you. You're being prepared for something bigger than where you are now. And preparation doesn't feel good. It feels like pressure. It feels like uncertainty. It feels like being stretched and pulled in ways that make you want to scream. But that pressure is necessary because pressure is what creates strength. Pressure is what produces diamonds. And right now, you're being developed in the dark so you can shine in the light. A lot of people want the victory, but they don't want the process. They want the platform, but not the preparation. But let me tell you, the people who last, the ones who make real impact, they're the ones who were forged in fire. They've been tested, they've been crushed, and they came out stronger, wiser, and more focused. You've got to learn to embrace the struggle, because without it, there is no strength. Without resistance, there's no muscle. Without heartbreak, there's no compassion. Without the fight, there's no victory. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this building in me? Because every time life knocks you down and you choose to get back up, you become more unstoppable. Every delay is building your patience. Every rejection is building your determination. Every lonely night is teaching you how to stand alone. You're not being broken. You're being built. You're being fortified for what's coming next. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to have it all together. You just need to understand that the pain is not the end. It's the process. And if you can endure the process, the promise is waiting. But only those who stay in the fight, only those who trust the work, even when they can't see the results, will taste that victory. So hold on. Stay grounded. Stay faithful. Because this struggle is shaping the champion in you. And when it's all said and done, you'll look back and realize it wasn't happening to you. It was happening for you. You are closer than you think. That's the part most people miss. They quit in the middle of the fight, not realizing that the breakthrough was just around the corner. And that's the cruel part about struggle. It never tells you how close you are to the finish line. It doesn't come with a countdown. It doesn't announce when your big moment is about to show up. But that's why faith matters. That's why discipline matters. Because if you give up now, you might be walking away from the very thing you've been praying for, working for, crying over. It's always darkest right before the light. That pressure you're feeling, that heaviness weighing down your chest, it's a sign that something's about to shift. But the test always comes before the promotion. Life is asking you one final question. Do you want it bad enough to keep going, even when you're tired? Even when you can't see it? Even when nothing around you looks like it's working? Because if the answer is yes, you've already won. You just haven't seen the proof yet. Some of the greatest victories in life come one decision after you almost gave up. One more step. One more prayer. One more try. That's all it takes. But you'll never know if you stop now. You'll never see the full picture if you walk away in the middle of the painting. That's why you have to keep showing up, even when it's quiet, even when the results are slow, even when nobody claps for you. Because sometimes persistence is louder than talent. Consistency is more powerful than luck. You don't need a miracle, you need endurance. The miracle shows up when you refuse to back down. The opportunity comes when you keep grinding in the dark, when no one's watching. And suddenly, one day, everything clicks. The door opens. The right person calls. The answer shows up. And everyone will say, it happened overnight, but you'll know better. You'll know you stayed when it hurt. You stayed when it was dry. You stayed when the doubts screamed louder than your dreams. Don't fall for the lie that your effort isn't working, just because the results haven't shown up yet. Seeds grow underground before they ever bloom above it. And right now you're growing, quietly, powerfully, silently. Stay in the process. Keep the vision alive. because you are so much closer than you realize. And if you can push just a little longer, your win will meet you right where you are. Not a step behind, not a day late, right on time. Pain is temporary. Regret is forever. That's a truth most people don't understand until it's too late. Pain, as overwhelming as it feels in the moment, passes. It changes, it softens, you get stronger, you grow through it. But regret stays with you. It lingers in your mind, plays like a movie in your heart. It whispers, what if, long after the moment has passed. That's why you have to keep going, not because the fight is easy, but because the price of quitting is far too high. When you walk away from your dream because it hurts, you're trading a short-term escape for a lifetime of what could have been. You're giving pain more power than it deserves. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's exhausting. Yes, you're stretched thin. But that's the cost of becoming who you were meant to be. Nothing great is born without some kind of labor. And like any real labor, there's pressure. There's discomfort, but there's also purpose. That pain you feel right now is not punishment. It's part of the process. And don't be fooled. Quitting might feel good at first. It brings relief. It silences the noise. But that feeling fades. And what comes next is worse. That slow, heavy ache of knowing you let go of something that mattered. That you walked away not because it wasn't for you, but because it tested you, because it scared you. And that regret doesn't go away easily. It follows you into quiet nights. It shows up when you see others living the life you could have had. It stings when your spirit knows you settled. That's why you have to stay in the fight. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to refuse to let temporary discomfort ruin a destiny that's still unfolding. Let the pain teach you. Let it shape you. Let it break the version of you that plays small, so that the version of you that walks in purpose can rise up. Let it stretch your faith. Let it deepen your hunger. But don't let it stop you, because one day you're going to look back and you're going to be faced with two stories, the one where you gave up or the one where you kept going. And only one of those stories ends in victory. Only one of those stories ends with peace. So ask yourself, what story do you want to tell? Choose the one where you stayed in it, where you kept fighting, where you didn't let pain become the reason you gave up, but the reason you leveled up. Let the pain pass. Let the season shift. And when it's over, when the storm clears and your wind shows up, you'll know that every tear, every bruise, every moment you almost quit, it was worth it. Every single one. You're not in this fight for nothing. There's a promise attached to your pain. There's a purpose behind every struggle, every delay, every moment of frustration. This isn't random. This isn't wasted. You are being positioned for something bigger than you can currently see. The fight you're in is not without meaning. It's preparing you for the very thing you prayed for, the dream you cried about, the future you hoped was still possible. Your fight has a purpose, and that purpose comes with a promise. If you don't give up, you will win. Too often, we think the delay means denial. We think resistance means rejection. But what if the delay is actually divine timing? What if the resistance is refining your character so that when the door finally opens, you're not just ready, you're unshakable. See, the promise doesn't go away just because it's taking longer than expected. What's meant for you is still yours. But you've got to stay in position long enough to receive it. Think of it like this: you don't get the crown without the fight. You don't get the victory without the valley. Everybody wants the promise, but not everybody is willing to endure the process. But here's the truth. The promise only manifests for those who don't quit. It's not about being the most gifted. It's not about being the most connected. It's about being the most committed. It's about saying, I may be bruised, but I'm still here. I may be tired, but I'm not giving up. I may not have all the answers, but I still believe something good is coming. When you understand that your fight has purpose, you stop wasting energy on doubt. You stop asking why it's hard and start asking what it's building. You start to see every closed door, every lonely night, every rejection as a part of your preparation, not your punishment. You realize that the weight you're carrying isn't here to crush you. It's here to strengthen the foundation under your feet. Because one day, when the breakthrough comes, and it won't be a lucky moment. It'll be a confirmation that everything you went through had meaning, that all the pain had a purpose, that the promise was real, and it came because you stayed, you believed, and you fought like your future depended on it. So keep going, keep swinging, keep holding on. Because this fight, it's not just about today, it's about the victory that's coming tomorrow. The promise hasn't changed. The outcome hasn't been canceled. It's still waiting for you. And if you stay in the fight, you'll get everything you were destined to receive. So here's what I want you to hold on to, no matter how tired you are, no matter how heavy the weight feels, stay in the fight. Your win is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Life might test you, people might doubt you, and setbacks might shake you, but none of that means it's over. It just means you're in the middle of your story. And the middle is always the hardest part, but it's also where champions are made. You've come too far to turn back now. You've survived too much to give up over this. You've already paid the price in sweat, in tears, in time. Don't let it be for nothing. You may not feel it, but progress is happening. You may not see it, but your breakthrough is forming. Keep pushing. Keep believing. Keep showing up. Because every day you stay in it, you're moving closer to the promise. The win is already yours. You just have to stay in the fight long enough to receive it.